From a jazz-singing prodigy to a global sensation, her voice captivated millions, but her story echoed the fragility of fame. Today, we peel back the curtain on the enigmatic Amy Winehouse. Welcome to Movies Review, where we dive deep into the stories behind the silver screen's most compelling characters. In this video, we're exploring the life of Amy Winehouse, an artist whose soulful melodies and raw lyrics left an indelible mark on music history. Amy's journey was as complex as her music, a tapestry woven with threads of brilliance and struggles. Back to Black, the movie, paints a vivid portrait of her ascent to stardom and the battles that shadowed her footsteps. You'll discover the lesser-known facets of Amy's life, her early days as a rapper, her unique blend of musical genres, and the untold stories that shaped her iconic album Back to Black. We'll delve into the dramatic and suspenseful events that the movie brings to life, offering a narrative that's as gripping as it is true. Stay with us till the end to uncover the triumphs and tribulations of a woman who became a legend and learn why her legacy continues to resonate with fans and artists alike. Don't forget to subscribe to Movies Review for more insightful retrospectives on your favorite films. Hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos and join us on this cinematic journey. Before we talk about the stardom and the soul-stirring lyrics, let's step back to a North London home where music was the heartbeat of a family. Amy Winehouse, born into a Jewish household, found her rhythm early, surrounded by the melodies that filled her childhood. Her mother, a pharmacist, and her father, a taxi driver, divorced when Amy was just 9, but the echoes of her family's love for music never faded. In the corridors of the Sylvia Young Theatre School, Amy's voice began to carve its own space, distinct and rebellious, much like the nose ring that led to her reported expulsion. But it was at the Brit School, a haven for the creatively inclined, where her talents truly began to shine. By the tender age of 16, she was already performing with jazz bands, her voice a harbinger of the phenomenon she was to become. It wasn't long before a demo tape crafted by a 17-year-old Amy with dreams as grand as her voice found its way into the right hands. The tape, a raw display of her potential, caught the attention of Island Records. There, in a room of astounded executives, Amy's voice, gravelly and mature beyond her years, secured her a place with the label that would soon propel her into the limelight. Before we talk about the tumultuous waves of fame and fortune, let's rewind to the roots of Amy Winehouse's ascent. Her debut album, Frank, was a mosaic of jazz and soul, a raw testament to her musical prowess. Released in 2003, it was a critical darling in the UK, earning her an Ivor Novello Award and achieving triple platinum status. Yet, as Frank prepared to cross the Atlantic, the industry clamored for changes, seeking to polish her distinctive sound for the US market. Before we delve into the whirlwind of her later years, it's essential to understand Amy's artistic creed. She was an artist who lived her lyrics, her life a canvas for her songs. This authenticity resonated with fans, but it also meant that when life became too heavy, her music did too. Following the monumental success of Frank, Amy took a step back, a hiatus from the music that had catapulted her into the spotlight. It was a pause that spoke volumes, a silence that would eventually lead to her most celebrated work, yet also foreshadow the struggles that lay ahead. Before we talk about the haunting melodies that spoke of heartache and loss, let's delve into the personal battles that Amy Winehouse faced behind the music. Her tumultuous relationship with Blake Fielder Civil was a stormy chapter in her life, marked by passionate love and destructive habits. They met in a pub in 2005, and their on-and-off relationship spanned 6 years, including a spontaneous wedding and a painful divorce. Before we explore the legacy that Amy left behind, it's crucial to understand the demons she wrestled with. Addiction, alcoholism, and bulimia were constant shadows in her life, each taking its toll on her health and well-being. Her struggles were not silent. They bled into her music, giving her voice a depth that resonated with those who heard her pain. Yet, these battles were hers alone, a private war that raged even as the spotlight shone brightly upon her. Before we talk about the echoes of a voice that still lingers in the airwaves, let's trace the origins of Amy Winehouse's seminal work, Back to Black. It was during a period steeped in personal turmoil that Amy channeled her heartache into art. The album's inspiration sprang from the depths of a painful breakup with Blake Fielder Civil, her then ex-boyfriend and future husband. This separation, though brief, was the catalyst for an album that explored the raw emotions of guilt, grief, and the agony of infidelity. Before we unveil the impact this album had on the world, it's essential to grasp its significance in Amy's life. Back to Black became a musical confessional booth where Amy laid bare bare her soul against a backdrop of retro soul, influenced by the 1960s girl groups that she adored. The album's production, led by Mark Ronson, captured the essence of old Motown sessions, bringing Amy's vision of a contemporary, yet classic sound to life. Before we move on, let's pause to appreciate the monumental success Back to Black achieved. It wasn't just a commercial triumph, it was a cultural phenomenon. Topping the UK charts and reaching number 2 on the US Billboard 200, the album resonated with listeners worldwide, earning critical acclaim and spawning hit singles like Rehab and Tears Dry on Their Own. Its influence extended beyond the charts, paving the way for a new generation of artists and leaving an indelible mark on the music industry. Before we talk about the indelible mark left by a voice that soared and a life that stumbled, let's consider the cinematic portrayal of Amy Winehouse in Back to Black. The film has stirred a cauldron of mixed emotions, with some critics lauding the depiction of Amy's vibrant personality, while others lament its preoccupation with her addiction. It's a narrative that has divided audiences, leaving some to feel the essence of Amy was captured, and others to believe it was missed. Before we close this chapter, it's essential to recognize the enduring influence of Amy Winehouse's music. Her Back to Black album stands as a testament to her talent, a collection of songs that resonate with authenticity and emotional depth. It's an album that not only won hearts but also inspired a generation of artists, from Adele to Lady Gaga, who found in Amy's legacy the courage to be different. Her impact on the music industry is as lasting as the notes in her songs, a legacy that continues to inspire and influence long after the final track has played. Before we part ways, let's reflect on the journey we've embarked upon today. Back to Black, the film, offers us a window into the soul of Amy Winehouse, a woman whose voice was a vessel for her life's narrative. From her North London roots to the global stage, Amy's life was a tapestry of triumphs and trials. We witnessed her meteoric rise with Frank, her defiance against changing her authentic sound, and her poignant hiatus to live her songs. We felt the turbulence of her love and the shadows of her struggles, each leaving an indelible mark on her music and her being. And through it all, Back to Black emerged, not just as an album, but as a cultural landmark, a testament to her enduring spirit. As the credits roll, let us choose to remember Amy for the melodies that moved us, the lyrics that touched us, and the legacy that continues to inspire. Her music transcends her personal battles. It is a beacon for authenticity and the power of raw talent. If Amy's story has struck a chord with you, if her music has ever been a companion in your moments of solitude, then join us in celebrating her artistry. Like this video, share it with those who cherish music's ability to connect us, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that resonate. Your support helps us bring these tales to life, and together, we keep the music playing on.